All right, we're out here on the farm today and we decided to do a little bit of shooting, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to demonstrate some science, because there's a lot of science that you can put in with firearms. And what I want to talk about today is two things. I want to talk about chemical reactions, and I want to talk about force and reaction and action forces, and you can see those very evidently with a gun. The weapon we're using today is a .270 Remington. It's a high-powered rifle. It's a medium-sized rifle, but it's got a lot of powder behind it, so it has a lot of force involved. In a rifle cartridge, a chemical reaction takes place. It's not an explosive, it's called a propellant. And what happens is the firing pin of the rifle strikes the primer on the bullet. Inside the brass cartridge is a lot of propellant, and that primer ignites the propellant, which turns a solid into a gas. It's a chemical reaction that does that. That gas forces the bullet out the end of the barrel of the rifle, and hopefully to your target. Once again, it's not an explosion that happens, it is a chemical reaction that creates gas, which is a propellant. Before we do any shooting today, I do want to mention there are a couple of things anytime you're shooting that gun safety is the first thing you want to consider. Always know what's downrange of your target, always know where your barrel's pointing, and also you're going to want to use eye protection and hearing protection when you're shooting. So, without any more talking from me, let's get on with a little bit of shooting, and you'll get to see some action and reaction forces. My son John has volunteered to help us out with this demonstration of Newton's third law, action and reaction forces. And he's getting ready to shoot this .270 rifle at a target downrange. And what I'm wanting you to notice is there is an action that happens when the bullet is forced out the end of the gun. And I think from this angle we're going to get to see a little bit of the muzzle flash as you can see those chemical propellants come out the end. You won't see the bullet. It's going to be traveling way too fast for that. But as that bullet is forced out the end of the barrel, what I want you to notice is the reaction force that happens that pushes John backwards when he pulls the trigger. All right, John, let's see a little demonstration here. Let me move the camera around just a little bit so we're out of the muzzle blast.
There's hay in the trigger.
Okay. How about that? The bullet went out the end of the barrel, and you notice John pushed back just a little bit. Fortunately for John, this is not a terribly powerful rifle, but it is powerful enough that you're able to see the action and reaction forces today.